topic is a fairly ambitious one, but I also think it's a relevant one at this point in time. And I just want to make a couple of points, and then I'm going to hand it over to the panelists, and hopefully we can get some sort of discussion going and also involve you at some stage. The first thing is, and these are premises, okay, and some of them are contentious, and I'm saying it hopefully with the desire that someone in the panel will disagree with them. I think everything happening around us is in some ways good, right? Because it probably indicates a cleansing of the system that's taking place. For a long time, India was an exception-driven society, right? It wasn't a rules-based society. Everything happened on the basis of exception, depending on who you were, whom you knew, what kind of incentives you would offer people and things like that. The second premise is that I think what has happened today has also happened because there is a lot of information out there which wasn't out there before, right? Because I think it's presumptive to believe, or rather it's presumptuous to believe that a lot of corruption suddenly sprung up overnight. I just think that the kind of torchlight we're using to shine on it is probably a lot better now. Some of it is because of RTI. I know this also from experience because my newsroom has a lot of people who collect information through RTI, and I think the quality of information or the kind of information that's available through that, while you can quibble about people not responding, I still think it's far more information than was available before. The second thing, and a couple of panels before this, there was a panel on media where everyone was abusing the TV channels, and people who happen to read the newspaper that the newsroom I work for put out will know that my views on TV channels are fairly similar. But I still think that TV channels do perform a function, and that is to get the information out there. Their journalistic processes are all pretty bad. They don't do due diligence of any kind, but I think they still amplify the message and get it out there. And of course they're far too quick to judge people. So if a scandal happens, the next minute that guy is being judged and sentenced and everything else. But the fact is they're amplifying it and getting that information out there. So you have that big surge of information now which wasn't there before. And I think the unfortunate thing is when you have this information on one side and you have the kind of governance quality that you have now, you're realizing that there are a lot of chinks in governance, right? Some would say there are only chinks. There is no wall, it's just a series of chinks. And so I'd like both of you to comment on this and on any other thing you may want to comment on, and then we'll get some sort of discussion going. I'm going to start with Bharat. All yours.
Okay, thank you very much, friends. Great to be here. As Sukumar said, the discussion on governance, ethics, corruption, and everything else in between is really it's a huge canvas to cover. And therefore, to make it simple and to address all the points that you made, I would like to put these ideas into three buckets. And I'll start off with the first bucket, which is the bucket of the individual. And I think let's not forget that when we talk about things like ethics or corruption or the decline in integrity or the behavior being inappropriate, I think we can't leave out the human being, the individual, from any discussion on this. And on the individual, I like to say that there is definitely a slightly contorted sense of self, which in a way drives a foolish kind of a pursuit of things material far beyond what is humanly necessary. Now, the interesting thing is, if we look at ourselves as travelers who will live on planet Earth for, let's say, 80 or 90 years at best, the need to acquire and the need to collect needlessly diminishes. But then the sense of self that we have these days, or the understanding of ourselves these days, is so warped, so clouded. We have forgotten that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. So that is a distinctive factor which we possibly can't.